Hi everybody. So today was quite an exciting day. So we had ECB. On top of that, we had the US CPIs, which were a big beat. We also had some oil news that really set the market off. We had SPU bid through all-time highs. So yeah, a lot going on. We'll try and touch on as much of this as we can in our 4 minutes that we have. All right, let's get started. So before we touch on what actually happened today, let's go back over prep from yesterday. So yesterday I took you through sort of like the bare bones of my thoughts. I had kind of all the information that I hadn't really compiled into like specific trade. Then this morning when I came into the office, I looked at where the market actually was before the ECB, because obviously like yesterday you want all this stuff in your head. So it's like, you kind of like know it like the back of your hand. And then on the day, you see where the market really is positioned, where price is, and then from there you can take all those things that you now know and understand and that you've sort of really had time to digest, and then you make your plan. So let's look over the bund and talk over the meeting this way. So what was expected was that the ECB would maintain this higher rate of purchases, and that came out as significantly higher in the drop, significantly higher relative to quarter one. And so you can see that the market had been really bullish into the ECB, and then it sold off into the meeting, and that would have been some of these longs just balancing their books. And you can see here when that was announced, so that was kind of bullish, but it was expected. And so the market then just chopped around and then waited. And then at 1:30, when the US CPIs came out, you can see that the bund then offered as the Treasuries, S&P, and then it came back and you had some other quite hawkish comments from Lagarde, like risks are broadly balanced, slightly increasing inflation forecasts above what was expected. And then that brought the market down here. And if we look at where the market ended up, we've got this bullish double distribution from 2 days ago. The market came down here, and it's really, these sort of like lows in the bottom of this distribution here is a support region, and then the market reversed from that. And you can see here in the 30-minute candles that the market just really bid into the close. So then the real question is, okay, so what does all of this mean? Well, we had an as expected sort of ECB, and then we had a bit more of a hawkish presser, but the markets sort of rejected that and closed stronger. The US CPI was a big beat, and treasuries like T-notes offered and then reversed again, closing stronger. And so all in all, really, it's telling us the market's believing the sort of transitory story the central banks are feeding it, and that they're really strong at the moment. Okay, so the last two things I have for you today are SPU, which we're looking at here, and oil. Now SPU, it's back at all-time highs, or just below, and then we had the CPI beat, and that created an offer in the market. And so I think what that did is it washed out, one, all of the longs, and then two, positioned some people short. And so then when that failed and then the market squeezed, we had, people getting squeezed and people needing to buy their positions back, and I think that's what gave us such a clean bid. If you can remember a while ago, I said I never get on open drives. Well, on the cash open, I bought here and got on an open drive, so success for me. So the other thing that was quite cool today was the offer on oil, where the US dropped some sanctions on some Iranian officials. I was quite late, as you could see. I was doing some debriefing and had my latest covered. I'll just show you how I found my entry. So to really see the entry, we were looking at a 1 minute, but now we're looking at a 5 minute. And you can see the market had auctioned up here. And so when it popped below here, I figured I just wanted to wait for a pullback near the bottom of this kind of block, and that would give me really good risk reward because up here has been traded well. So I waited for that and then sold. All right, so that's us for the day. I'll see you back here in the office tomorrow. Have a good evening.